Come on, players, stop hating. Stop hating. Start participating. Start participating, Star. Come on, twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here at the Furriers channel, and we are coming at you with another video. And of course, it's unboxing of an action figure. So last week, like I said, we came up a little short on any kind of unboxings or really doing anything, just because of work schedule and trying to redo this area, which I still I'm trying to move stuff around, and I'm just like, I don't like it, and I'm like, I need more shelves. So anyways, it's just one of the deals where it's just not quite there yet, and I'm trying to figure out what figures I want to put up there and how I want to do it. I'm thinking it's going to be a majority of my wrestling stuff, I think. Either that or wrestling and Masters of the Universe. I don't know. It's just kind of a silly thing to even kind of worry about. So, oh man, I'm telling you one thing though is for sure. It was a long week, and here we are on the weekend. One weekend day this weekend because it was a full work week. And today we're going to open a wrestling figure. I was thinking we're going to do a little Chyna action today. And on this wave, I believe it's a SummerSlam wave. And this is the one with the Jesse Ventura Build-A-Figure. We're kind of almost there on building the figure. I haven't done any of the other figure unboxing on this. I think the only one I'll do will probably be this one and the Stone Cold one. The other ones, those are going to be for my son. So I'm going to probably take the Build-A-Figure pieces because it's just a referee version of Jesse Ventura. And I was like, well, I kind of like to have another Jesse Ventura in my collection on the shelf there. So anyways, you know how that goes. So, or if you're a father, you know how that goes. So, because my son's been wanting like my Triple H's or a Triple H and a Stone Cold and a Mankind, and I can't think of what other ones they were, but I got quite a few other figures on top of that. So, but we got Chyna here in this SummerSlam. We kind of talked about Chyna a little bit when we did that Rhea Ripley unboxing. So we're gonna find out how tall she is. Chyna was 5'10". Where was she from? London, what is that? Londonderry, New Hampshire. Her finisher was the pedigree. Career highlights: Intercontinental Champion, Women's Champion, and Hall of Fame inductee. It says here, the ninth wonder of the world did everything in her power to give Triple H the edge in the triple threat match for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam 1999. So, I believe I probably saw that. 99 when I seen it, obviously, but I was pretty heavy into watching wrestling around that time there. I guess from like 97 to 2001 was pretty heavy duty. But in this wave, we have Mankind, Stone Cold, Chyna, and Triple H. That Stone Cold looks like one we've already gotten before. So, I mean, but Stone Cold, the look, we kind of had that same look for a long time. And we got a little Chyna here in the box. And we're going to get her out. But one thing I will say, looking at the figure, and I was just kind of looking at the face sculpt in the box, and I was just kind of like, is that supposed to be Chyna? I guess maybe that's after she had some work done, maybe. I don't know. But definitely not quite there. But, some figures, it's kind of hard to get it down. So, figure-wise in here, we got our Build-A-Figure piece, 2 hands, and that's it. So, 1 pair of hands, that is. So, we'll get this out of the little clamshell action here, and we'll take a look at Chyna. So, we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got Chyna out of the box. And like I said, there wasn't a whole lot to this figure. Definitely not very ultimate, although this is an elite, so it's not ultimate. But just getting Chyna out, that face kind of makes me think, I don't know if they quite got that face down, but it's still, if you see this from a distance and you're a wrestling fan, especially growing up watching in the 90s, into 2000, you know who this is. So, but we will take a close look at her, and just looking at the figure, we are all pinless, obviously, double jointed as usual. Her boots are pretty nice looking. I like the boot action they got going on there. I don't know if you can see that up close there. Hands, got the gloves on there. We got the fisted and then 2 grippy hands, which, I mean, it's pretty typical stuff. They're kind of small. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. But just looking at the figure up close here, you got the the ball joint and at the waist there. So you got at the waist and the abdomen. Can I say that right? Around the rib cage area there. So I don't know if we see that on all the elites like that. I thought maybe that was like an ultimate thing. I don't know if we've got any elite females up here. And like on that Rhea Ripley behind me, on I believe on both of those. No, on the ultimate, that one has the ball joint at the bottom there, and so does this one. So that's kind of cool that Elite came like that. And I've been wanting a Chyna figure to put on the shelf. I know she kind of had her issues after wrestling, but I always enjoyed Chyna whenever she was with the WWE. You know, they kind of did her a little wrong in some ways, and I don't think she was really ready to be wrestling. Some of the guys she was wrestling, like I guess you would say, like talent wise, even I remember Chris Jericho talking about she was kind of hard to work with, and not like she was a hard person to work with, just in the ring, I guess you could say. So, but it's good to have her in the collection, and the figure looks really good on the backside. She's looking really good. And Chyna was muscular, and they did a pretty good job on giving her that muscular body, kind of like she was when she was in the WWE. Um, the hair, though, I will say, you know, there's not a whole lot they can do with it. It might have been nice to kind of get another head sculpt with the hair back or maybe in a ponytail, but we're not getting any kind of movement out of that. And look at that. I was sitting there talking about that, but I was moving it pretty heavily there. So if you turn it too hard, it's probably going to pop out of there, but you get quite a bit of movement out of that whole deal. So I like the way they've been doing some of these females. I can't remember if they were all like that on the elites on the past couple of ones. So other than that, you're not getting any leg back on this one. And other than that, legs forward, we're doing pretty good. But other than that, man, if you're a fan of Chyna, this is definitely a pickup. We'll see how she stands on these legs here. She's doing pretty good. So that's Chyna there. Not a whole lot to it. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, it's just kind of a pair of hands in Chyna. So, but hopefully we'll get some nice close-ups of her. And well, tell me what you think. Was that a pickup for you? Did you get the whole wave of SummerSlam? I pretty much am getting it slowly but surely. But like I said, I'm going to give a lot of that wave to my son, except for probably Chyna. And I might keep that Stone Cold. I went ahead and ordered 2 of them, though. So I know my son, he's been wanting one pretty bad. So, but yeah, that's it. That's kind of short, sweet. When we get these like this, I kind of like that. It's really short, sweet, and easy, baby. So just tell me down below what you think about this Chyna doll figure, and like and subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. And hopefully see you later.